Meantime, out with a report today expecting a $2.5 trillion valuation for SpaceX by 2030. What will drive that move? Sam Korus, Ark Investment Management Director of Research, Autonomous Technology and Robotics, joins us now. Sam, you just put out a very big, very comprehensive report. How do you get to $2.5 trillion for SpaceX, which sounds like an incredibly eye-popping number? Why is it not eye-popping?
Sure. So this is a report we put out in collaboration with Mach 33. And in this 5-year time frame, it's really driven by Starlink. And so we see this really as a flywheel, right? You have SpaceX, they start with cash, they convert that cash into rockets and satellites, and that creates bandwidth. So essentially the internet that Starlink provides. From there, you get customers. Right now, they're at 6 million customers. We think that's going to rapidly increase. And then those customers, right, they give you more cash, and that spins the flywheel. And as you're doing this, they're siphoning off money for Mars. So in this 5-year time frame where our expected value is $2.5 trillion, which is the median of a Monte Carlo, the bear case 1.7 trillion, the bull case 3.1 trillion, is really just that internet connectivity. And then as we look out further, that's where things can get a bit more speculative, a bit more interesting with what happens on Mars.
Okay. So before we get into what happens on Mars and how we get to Mars, we have NASA in flux right now as the administrator nomination was pulled amid this Elon Musk-President Trump feud. The feud itself actually raised tension and awareness around SpaceX with the threat to pull government contracts, which has come and gone as well. So without a more comprehensive space policy, at least at this moment in time, what does that mean for SpaceX, and how real is the risk of Musk's falling out with the White House to this valuation?
Look, I think they've already, they've had conversations since then. It seems as though the feud is in the past. With space, I think there are far greater risks on the technical side and launching and catching skyscrapers that are rocket ships. And I think really SpaceX is providing a capability that is critical for the United States, for national security. And I think both Elon recognizes the importance of Trump and the government. I think the government recognizes the importance and the cost savings that SpaceX offers, right? One of the most remarkable things about SpaceX is that they've been landing rockets for 10 years. And I don't know of anywhere else in tech really where there's a 10-year lead. So this started in 2015, and not a single other company has landed a rocket in the same way, an orbital rocket. And this year, right, there's a lot of exciting things. You have China trying, you've got Blue Origin, Rocket Lab, Stoke Space. So everyone trying to match this capability from a decade ago.
So Sam, quickly, how does Starship factor into this valuation?
Yes, Starship is a key component here. The ability to rapidly reuse it and to launch larger satellites, which have more bandwidth capability, is really a key factor here. And so we're watching all of the progress that SpaceX is putting in. Each launch attempt, they're learning more. And so we're excited to see, and we invite everyone, they should play with this model, right? The reason we open source it is so that if you think our assumptions are crazy, you can go in and modify it yourself. And so one of those key inputs is, when do you think that it will be reusable?